Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Batman Arkham Origins Deathstroke, and it's quite a fitting time with the new Arkham Knight game just coming out yesterday. And just to let you know, I did pre-order it through Amazon.com, so I am getting the limited edition, just like I did with Arkham Origins. So at the moment there's a big delay going on, so should have it within a couple of weeks, that's what they're saying. So basically when I do get that shipped out, I will be doing a full unboxing and review of the Arkham Knight limited edition PS4 set. So as you can see here, Deathstroke is in the normal Arkham Origins packaging right here, with everything shown very clearly. If we move it around to the back, you can see the write-up right there, and also other characters that you can get from the line. And that's pretty much it. It's sculpted by Digital Giant Studios, and that's pretty much it. So let's get this thing out of the box and take a closer look at this awesome figure. And here's Deathstroke out of the packaging, and from head to toe this guy is absolutely full of awesome detail. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. As you can see, we have this nice staff that's in his left hand right there, and the thumb is positioned so that it's looks like he's basically holding it properly, as opposed to it just being a standard gripping hand, which is really nice that they did go for a very unique type of hand sculpt there to go along with the accessory very well. And obviously that works really well too with the sword that is in the sheath back here. So a very nice looking sword there. And then we also have the Desert Eagle style gun right there, which also fits well in that hand, with the trigger finger able to go over the trigger too. So that is very nice. And then taking a look at the rest of the figure, as you can see, the handgun does have a holster right here. It is a bit of a rubbery holster, fits in nice. Like I said, the sword does fit in the sheath, which is detailed very nicely with all of these rivets painted in over here. But the staff, does not have anywhere that it can go. You could kind of, put it underneath some of these straps and whatnot. In the game, it is a retractable staff, so I guess all of these black bits here would be, slid in, and you just have these silver ends there. It would have been nice if we had something that big and then had another place on the back or somewhere that we could actually store that, but it doesn't really matter too much. And then the rest of the figure, we have lots of, as you can see, molded on grenades here. A lot of these straps are actually rubbery and whatnot. As you can see, this kind of belt piece down here is rubbery. It's not going to hinder any articulation and whatnot, and it actually covers up the articulation, which I'll get to a little more in a second. This guy is very articulated for a DC Collectibles figure. Even more so than the Batman in the same way, the Arkham Origins Batman, and that is a very articulated figure in itself. The paint job for the entire figure, as you can see, we have this nice orange and then the very metallic baby blue kind of color there. Looks really awesome. And then we also have all of the so it's not actually dry brushing, it's just thin small strokes of a very metallic looking silver, like a kind of titanium or aluminium looking silver, which just makes it look like very good battle damage. The eye there is painted really well. It's a very well painted, piercing, evil eye looking through there. Really cool. I like how they've also put the silver detail down the center of that, because that part of the helmet obviously would be sticking out, so it's nice that there's a bit more there. You have a bit of what would resemble dry brushing down there on the black, so it's just a little bit more of a subtle kind of battle damage instead of just the really big silver paint marks right there, and like you'd get there and round here on the arms. Even on the hands they've put that on there, which is fantastic. And it's not like it just stops on the back either. It does carry on around to the back, and you have very nice detail, even the back of the knees and whatnot. So really fantastic. All of these small straps, you can actually see the little line work that's gone into it, so it does give it a bit more of a kind of textured look. It's just a very well done, well sculpted, well painted action figure. It's absolutely fantastic. The attention to detail and the game accuracy is just so good. The bandana on the back of the helmet, they are soft and pliable, so you can move them around however you wish. So as for articulation then, the head can move side to side a little bit like that. It also moves left and right, up not too much, but it looks down well. The shoulders on mine, they're very, very tight, but basically they can move that far up, and then they can also swivel all the way around. We have a rotation at the upper part of the arm right there. We have the single jointed elbow. The wrists move in and out and also swivel all the way around. And then this is where the articulation gets really good. As you can see in here, we've got an ab crunch, which moves that far back and that far forward, which is very good. But then, as opposed to just a waist swivel down here, we actually have a ball joint, a bit more like a Figma or an SH Figuarts figure. So you can actually rock him all the way around side to side. You can rotate him at that joint. You can get an extra bit of ab crunch. Like, this is just movement in that ball joint right there, so you can actually rock him a fair amount just using that ball joint, and then get even more from that ab crunch. So you can get actually some pretty dynamic poses. I just wish that the head could look up a bit more, so that when he is crouched down, you can get him in a really nice pose about to attack. But apart from that, that's absolutely fantastic. So the legs, they move forward and back and out to the side. We have a rotation at the thigh. We have double jointed knees, which move very well. And then the feet, we have an ankle pivot down at the foot. And then they also move up and down as well. So very, very nice articulation. You know, coming from a DC Collectibles figure, I know that with these Arkham series, they are just getting better and better. And they really are, I would say, using them, to experiment on new pieces of articulation to put into the rest of their lines. And it really shows. They're just absolutely awesome, and I really do hope that they keep this up, because as much as DC Collectibles are more about the sculpt than articulation or playing with a figure or anything like that, without Universe Classics being there now, and with the fact that, you've got the animated lines, which is a completely different thing, really they do need to push their Collectibles figures and have really, really great articulation, and this just goes to show that they can do it, and hopefully they will keep on doing it. So as a size comparison, here is the TV series Deathstroke from Arrow, and here is the Arkham Origins Batman. As you can see, Batman's a little bit taller than Deathstroke with the top of the ears right there, but for the most part they are about the same head height. And then, as something a little bit more recent, here is the Arkham Knight Batman, who stands much taller, and then the Arkham Knight Harley. So if you want to see reviews for any of those 4 other figures, they are all on my channel, and I'll put a link in the description to this Arkham Origins Batman, and also to the Arrow TV series Deathstroke if you want to go ahead and check those 2 out. So yeah, I very, very much highly recommend this figure. I honestly think it's one of the best DC figures that I own, and it's just absolutely fantastic. The detail and articulation and everything, literally the only one thing that I would change is just having the head look up that little bit more. And if you really wanted to, you could just cut a little bit out from underneath that bandana there, that little bit of black plastic, and he would probably be able to move that little extra bit more. I just think that it just captures the likeness from the game so well, and whatever pose you put this guy in is so imposing, and I definitely think that you should pick this up if you can get a hold of him. So you can get this figure on his own as he is like this. You can get him in a 4-pack, which he comes with all of his accessories, and you can also get him in a 3-pack, and he's unmasked, so you get the really, really nice Slade head with the eye patch. I really want that figure. I'm not too fussed about the other 2 figures in that 3-pack, but I really do want that figure. So if I do come across that 3-pack cheap, then I'll do a review of that. Also coming up soon, I have my Arkham Asylum and City 4-pack reviews coming. I'm trying to track down a Red Hood from Arkham Knight, and when the actual Arkham Knight figure comes out, I'll also be doing a review of that. They're also doing a Nightwing figure. If they do a Robin one, I'll get that too, and if they do a Batgirl, I'll also get that. So that's basically, what I will definitely be getting from the Arkham Knight game. If they do come out with the Joker, if he's in it, then I'll go ahead and get that, and so on. So that's just a little bit to look forward to if you are into the Arkham figures and if you like my reviews. So, stay tuned for all that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. It helps me a lot. If you want to see more pictures of this guy and other stuff from my collection, including a lot of other figures that I get before they come up onto my channel for reviews, then follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 for both. Links are in the description below. And for more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.